Okay, we got one live going. Let's see if I can get two lives going. Oh, son of a biscuit. No, just want to go live. Okay. We may be doing it. Hello, YouTube and Instagram. I am attempting to double live. Forgive me. I'm a little late today because I was taking my time trying to figure this out. But hi, hello. Happy Tuesday. Happy Black History Month. Happy post Grammy. Really just post Duran winning a Grammy Tuesday. How you doing for real? Welcome in, Tashi. Welcome in. We are in our hallway of transition between Instagram Live and YouTube Live. So I am currently live streaming on YouTube right now as we speak. And I am also on Instagram. So we are moving ourselves from Instagram over to YouTube over the course of this month. So come and join us over there. It's my first time going live over there, so I'm hoping I'm doing it right. I tried to put the cameras next to each other so that it's not too crazy, but we shall see how we do. Uh-oh. And then flipped and slipped the hair. You'll see how we do. How y'all doing for real? How's today? How's your Tuesday? How's 2026 starting? How are we navigating? How are we feeling? Let's do our check-in. And I've lost my hair bobble, so clearly that must mean I want to be in a ponytail for the day. How are we feeling for real? Every single week, we check in. For those of you who may be new to me, my name is Portia Michelle Oshumare. I am a business strategist, an aggregationist, head cousin at the Business Cousins Collective, a collective of called to serve, called to contribution entrepreneurs. And I'm also an experience designer. Today, we're going to be talking a lot about client experience and the things. But before we get into that, every week when we come on live, I always ask my people to come and check in. Those of you who are dedicating your life to being in service to a world that actually feels good for you to live in while not abandoning yourself in the process, those be my people. And those people often need the good check-in. So let's take a moment and tap in. How you doing for real? The leader, the founder, the creator. How you doing for real? And what do you need from you coming into this week? How can you be there for yourself this week? How can you be your biggest cheerleader, defender, protector, provider this week, right? Thinking of some ways that you could be of service to yourself in this week. And then we ground that last thought by asking, what is one thing that you can commit to of that service that feels really good for you to give yourself this week as a gift to you? You also deserve gifts, okay? So every single week we ask you to gift yourself with your time, gift yourself with your energy, gift yourself with one thing that you can do that you think would be generative to you as the person. And then we go and ask those same questions to you as the business, right? How is your business doing for real? If I could give it a voice, if 3 or 4 people could sit and go, okay, calling from the marketing department, here's how we do it. Calling from the sales, here's how we doing. Ooh, finance, here's how we doing, right? Whatever it looks like, what would your business say how it is doing for real? Look, I'm impartial. How is the business doing for real today? And based on that, what does the business need from you this week? Right? If we're really thinking about kind of what's so for the business, what's really going on, what does the business need from you this week? And what is one way that you can be able to give that to yourself? One way this week that you can give that to yourself. I know for me in my house, in my community, this week is our Town Hall 2026 Visioning Week. We are reminded that we are in the dead of winter and the year of the fire horse is upon us. So many of you all may have heard, Chinese numerology is prophesizing that this will be a year of fast moving energy, the year of the horse, but more importantly, not just the horse, the fire horse. So I know for a lot of us, we're feeling that energy to want to run and to want to move, juxtaposed up against those of us who are, in the Northern Hemisphere, navigating the middle of winter. Quite a few of you all coming right out of an ice storm, but feeling this internal fire and this desire to run forward. And so, for us in our communities, we love to take this time in winter to really plot and scheme to run with the energy of spring. It's just starting a little bit early with this fiery energy kind of already smoldering for quite a few of us. But this week, we're taking the time to really look at some of the overarching themes that are likely coming up for us for 2026, how we can be amazing stewards of that fiery energy in our businesses, and how we can channel some of this really sacred, yummy fire into the areas of our businesses that have felt stagnant for a lot of us. We've been putting in a lot of seeds. We've been putting in a lot of effort and energy into cultivating fantastic soil and getting ready for crops. And I have a feeling that the fire of this year will really breeze itself into some of those areas and bring us a harvest on some of the things that we've been putting a lot of time, effort, and energy laying really good foundational soil and seeds for. And so I gathered a good crew of all of our business cousin support squad members that I could gather. And we had conversations about the themes that we've been seeing in 2025 for a lot of our clients, and the trends that we think are going to be coming in 2026 based on kind of some of those themes. We got in and around getting those things recorded right before we ended 2025. And that series of podcasts are called State of 2026 on the podcast that Parshall and I host together, called the Oshimari Learning Podcast. I would highly suggest you check them out. We've got 5 episodes available right now. We'll have 7 episodes available before the end of this week. And we had our very first town hall last night. We talked about soul work and leadership. We pulled some of the trends that came from the podcast and just opened it up as an opportunity for all of us in community to talk about how some of those trends were showing up, if they were showing up for us in our business, if we wanted to do anything about them, what we were wanting to do about them. And we will be gathering tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday to go through every other area of business. So tomorrow from 4 to 6 p.m. PST, we will be talking about client experience. So that is April the 4th, Wednesday, April the 4th from 4 to 6 p.m. PST. We'll be gathering on client experience. On Thursday the 5th from 4 to 6 p.m. PST, we'll be talking about sales and marketing. And then on Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. PST, we will be talking about operations and finance. These are real easy, fall in, low stakes gatherings to be able to kind of have this conversation in community. So if you are interested in coming to one of those and you are in Business Cousins and Squad, the links are available in your calendar. If you are not in Business Cousins and Squad, but you feel really called to this conversation, shoot me a DM. Again, Tashi, you want to run through? Just shoot me a DM and I'd be happy to send you over the link so that you may be able to join us in this conversation. Now, one of the themes that were really, really loud kind of across every single area of business, and particularly around client experience, which I'm actually behind, moving on half speed myself. And I'm going to be recording the client experience conversations actually today so that they're ready for tomorrow. One of the things that's been really loud across the board for client experience has been the idea, not client experience only, but also as far as everything that we're doing, is the idea of, with a year of fire, there's likely to be a little bit more chaos than usual. And we love and need chaos to create new realities. And chaos can feel chaotic and can really feel chaotic on the body, can really feel chaotic on the mind. And so I want us to kind of think through how we navigate some of those pieces that can feel a little bit on the chaotic side. So one of the ways that I feel like we do that is by lowering the stakes across the board. So this is a theme I'm seeing again that's going to be loud for me for 2026. You guys are going to hear me talk about it over and over again. I'm going to start by talking about it through the lens of client experience, and then you'll see how it kind of shows up everywhere else. So when I'm talking about low stakes, I am talking about easy wins, easy yeses that allow us to be able to establish trust with one another, with organizations, with processes in general. And so, what that may look like, right, is lowering the barrier for entry for when people can get an experience with and of you, right? I think that a lot of us will say personally, like I hear so many often in the group chat and amongst the homies, like, I just want to be able to come over and like hang out on your couch where there's no real agenda, where it's not like we're going to some event or we have to, get a bunch of money to get something together. Excuse me, my nose is running. That we have to kind of, do all of this work in Vegas, get dressed up, be out till midnight, just to be able to see you, just to be able to see my friends. That low stakes energy is going to carry into business as well. I think that your clients are everybody in the world right now is wanting to reevaluate their relationships with everything. And because this is a fire horse year, but also a numerological 1 year, one meaning brand new beginnings, one meaning kind of culminating a 9 year cycle, starting a new 9 year cycle. Astrologically, if you're into that, there are so many transits happening in this year that are starting the new beginning of conversations. People need to reassess the room. They need to reassess who they trust. They need to reassess what matters to them. They need to reassess if their faves are still their faves. Welcome in, Sylvia. Good to see you. Right? They need to reassess if the work still feels generative for them. Don't make them wrong for it. Don't make you wrong for it. Plan for creating more things that are easier to get a taste of, more samples, more first little sips, more tiny wins in the beginning so that people get the opportunity to see this is something that I like. This is something that I'm enjoying. I may want to do more. Okay. You all, if any of this is causing any questions for you, please let me know in the chat. I'm happy to answer any specific questions that may make this easier. But I also want to talk about how this then may show up in your marketing, right? A lot of us know that there is a big need to do real comprehensive work this year, right? Let's say, for example, you are a life coach, right? And you know that when you sit down with people, you've got a process that helps them identify where they are, helps them maybe identify their goals. You have the ability to sit down with them and do real life changing work. And you know that people are coming into this year with so many broken pieces of their life that you can really support them in putting back together. Rather than selling them so many broken pieces of your life that you can help put back together, can we start with, hey, I've got a really great process that helps you identify where you are and maybe where you're going, and letting people see if that process is something that they vibe with, and then wanting to continue from there. Well, okay, you kind of got where you're going. Are you interested in knowing what you could do about that? Yes, maybe that next step. Yes, maybe that next step. Yes, maybe that next step. What I'm genuinely asking is for everybody to slow down the process of connection and to slow down the process of consent while building trust in how we're navigating how we are delivering the offers and services of our business, but also how we are marketing and talking about and being about the services and the offers that are centered around our business. I think we're going to get a lot out of these low stakes conversations, these low stakes yeses. I think that there also is a lot of opportunity to, rather than, this is again something that even came up in conversation yesterday, rather than do, all of your work in creating brand new relationships in this next year, which there will be a lot of opportunity to do. Again, it's so interesting when we're talking about this fire energy. It's almost like I really want for everybody to ride the flow when you can, but don't go creating a bunch of extra labor so that you don't have the ability to take on some of the miraculous opportunities that are going to come from this flow, right? So rather than aggressively using all of your effort and energy to going out and getting new relationships, can you bring that low stakes yes energy to reintroduce yourself to the communities and networks that you've already been a part of? This is already something that I'm always talking about as a really good place for us to restart re-engaging in community, re-engaging in our networks. But this year more than ever, you're new, your people are new, they want to do new stuff. Give them an opportunity to get a low stakes easy win with you so that they want to continue to win with you. I think that a lot of people that are finding that they're having a hard time selling right now, it's because what they're selling requires too much trust too fast, or it's too complex to understand. In a year that is likely going to be a lot of things coming at us, good, bad, or indifferent, because of all of this fiery and airy energy, right? Um, you really do want something that allows people to feel grounded in the storm. And if your business or service has offerings that do that, I would suggest you falling into that. If you are someone who knows you can want that, I would suggest falling in with people who are already doing that. Go back to the people who you've already been doing it with and see, would they be re-interested in trying something new? Right? Hey, we loved this together. Would you be, I'm doing something new. Would you be interested? And I think that you're going to find that a lot of people are excited about a new yes. They just may not be excited about a new yes that feels harder than they can do. I also want to name that one of the other real benefits of a low stakes yes is that it also feels easy on the nervous system. You will not be the only person who is experiencing a fire year. Everybody will have a lot coming at them, good, bad, or indifferent, meaning there will be an abundance of opportunities to say yes to. Can you make it feel like a no-brainer? Can you make it feel super easy? Can you make it feel like an exhale, like, whew, okay, this feels like a breath of fresh air. This feels so good in my nervous system, right? Sitting here with Sylvia, right? Oftentimes, her and I will gather together at Sanctuary with the Magnolia Retreats folks, Kira Buckley and McKenna Anderson. When I go to LA, the minute my toes even can feel the blades of grass, the minute I can see the little, golden doodle Penelope out of my eye, my nervous system, after years of doing this, literally goes, oh, I'm home. I will move mountains to come to that event. My loyalty lands there because my nervous system is so relaxed and present while I am there. Welcome in, Cachet. So can you create offerings that feel like your nervous system relaxes when you deliver it, and your clients' nervous systems can relax when they deliver it? Even if you're solving a complex problem, can you create an experience that allows people to not feel wrong when they show up, but also allows them to feel greatly supported in little tiny chunks? Almost everybody could use some W's right now, right? Can you be weaving that in as a part of solving problems with your experiences, solving problems with your offers and your services? So, again, we're talking a little bit more about client experience as we navigate into this conversation, but I want you to see that it shows up everywhere. The last thing I will say about this low stakes conversation that I think is really powerful is I want it to be low stakes for you, but I want it to be low stakes for your people, but I also really want it to be low stakes for you. In this year, there are going to be so many opportunities out in the world for you to be able to take advantage of. I don't want us to be so bogged down in what we've already done and we're unsure that it's working and we're in analysis paralysis and we're sitting in front of these computers with a blank slate trying to reinvent the marketing plan, trying to reinvent how we go talk about things, that we're not able to actually be present in the communities where opportunities are coming in. So when you're thinking about your offers, what are the things that are really, really easy for you to deliver that also get people quick, easy wins in the beginning, that give them the confidence to continue going, and we can kind of make those two things come together? What are the things that feel like a breath of fresh air for you to facilitate, and like a breath of fresh air for your people? Those are going to be the offers that I think most people are going to have the most traction with in this year. I see people winning in a couple of different ways. People are going to really win if they have the ability to be able to create something that feels fun and good, that people just want to be in, regardless of what work they're doing together to solve their problems. Those are going to win, things that feel really good. People who have built a lot of trust over the years, your communities are going to stand up, raise their hand, and say that they want to do more if you give them the opportunity, because the trust has already been baked in, and we want to move with people that we trust, because there's so much around that we can't trust, between the AI videos and the craziness on the news and the shedding in our interpersonal relationships. Most people are going to be like, I don't know how I feel about people right now. So the people they super fucks with are going to be extra loud to want to do more business with if they know those people are going to be winning. And then again, the folks that have the low-hanging fruit, easy yeses, like people who are going to be introduced into new communities, those easy yeses, that is going to be the way. That is going to be the light. Those are the people I can see really, really winning in this moment. So if there are things that I've said that may pick a little thing for you, that may pique a little interest, that you may find support you in this next year, those would be things I would be highly, highly encouraging you to consider. Now, I'm going to land the plane a bit here for Instagram, because the last time I went live on Instagram, my whole Instagram live left because some new rule happened. They said it can't be more than 20 minutes. And I know I'm coming up on that. But if you want to continue this conversation, I'm going to be wrapping this down, talking a little bit about what support squad events are coming up this week for the people to pop into. And I will be doing that on YouTube because I'm live on YouTube right now at the same time. So for Instagram family, I will see you later. Loving y'all big. YouTube family will continue. Okay, let's see how I do this. Okay, we'll do that. We're going to share it as a reel. Great. Okay. We landed one plane. YouTube family, we're still live. Like I said, things I want you all to be thinking about is how can I lower the stakes and up the engagement? These are the things I want you to be thinking about all year long in every area of business and in every business decision that you make. How can I lower the stakes? How can I up the engagement for my clients, but also for myself? If there are offers in the basket that are like, oh, everyone always loves to do this, but I haven't done it in years because I just don't know if it does enough. Throw that offer out there. Throw that offer out there, because what it may do is get people interested enough and intrigued enough to say yes to a next step. And then we can be looking in the suite to see what is the next big thing that may really produce the result that you're really excited and committed to them producing. Now that they've gained the trust of having that little win that feels really good for them. Okay. Across the board, low stakes for you, low stakes for them, low input, low effort, high impact is really going to be the name of the game. And keeping yourself flexible so that you can take advantage of some of the miracles and the opportunities that really are coming in. Okay. So this year has the potential. We already kind of kicked it off yesterday with the Soul Work and Leadership Town Hall. This year has the potential to be miraculous, but like anything else, it has the potential to be annoying if you don't plan for the speed with which it's going to come. So some other things for sure that came out of yesterday to kind of pull forward with that we'll be talking more about on this Tuesday live series is how you ground yourself so that you can be grounded in the fire that's there, right? How do we use the other elements like water and metal to help to aid you season over season in being a good steward of this internal fire and external fire, so you don't get burnt to a crisp, but that you rise literally like a phoenix, because that's also possible in this year. We're going to see some people this year, and I can feel it. And a lot of us are like, there's a buzzing happening. There's a lot going on in my finances, but like, I can feel that something's shaking. There's a lot going on in my personal life, and I don't know how I'm going to have time for everything, but I can just feel in my gut that something's going to move and that this is going to be a big year for my visibility. I've had that conversation with like 10 or 15 people in the last couple of weeks. So I know that the collective zeitgeist is pulling that forward. Okay. So that is my thoughts for today. Keep it low stakes, keep it light, keep it easy so that you can keep your energy in the places that really matter to you, and have your hands open for opportunities. If you got everything in your hands, when the opportunity comes, you're going to be spending so much time putting things down that the opportunity may pass you by. And it is going to be quick because this is the year of the fire. I want to name, we don't get into scarcity because everything that is for you will find you. But there are going to be a lot of opportunities that I want your hands empty and in a receiving posture to be able to receive. Okay. Now, that is that on today. Let's get into, for my business cousins, what is available this week. We got lots going on this week. So today at 1 p.m. PST, Micah is hosting their Notion office hours. Tonight at 4 to 5:30 p.m. PST for Tuesday, February 3rd, Ashley Cook is hosting her messaging office hours. Quite a lot of us are wanting new messaging in this year. Come on down and have a conversation with Ashley. If you haven't seen her in 3 or 4 months, business cousins or squad, come and bring Ashley your messaging stuff. Let her know what's up. Let her know what's new. Let's rethink through how you want to be describing some of these lower stakes offers that make it feel easy and light, right? In the wording of how you market it. Have that conversation with Ashley tonight. Tomorrow, we've got Pia leading her automations office hour at 9 a.m. PST. There's co-working going on with the Merkaba team at 10 to 12 p.m. PST. Pia is leading her weekly operations office hour tomorrow at 1 p.m. PST. That's Wednesday, February 4th. And then we are gathered again from 4 to 6 p.m. PST to have our client experience town hall. So that's tomorrow, Wednesday, February the 4th. On Thursday, February the 5th, Dr. Mynisha has her parent-centered, peace-driven leader office hour from 9 to 10 a.m. PST. All of my parents that are trying to figure out how we're managing home and also managing the business and where that shows up and how my legacy lives in that way. Come have those conversations with Dr. Mynisha, 9 a.m. PST on Thursday, February the 5th. And then at 11 a.m. on Thursday, February 5th, Ilona is back with her human design office hours. I know quite a few of you all missed Ilona in February because it was right around New Year's. Ilona is back right here, 11 a.m. PST. With human design office hours. Come and bring her your human design questions. And then Thursday, February 5th from 4 to 6 p.m. PST, we will be talking about sales and marketing in our town hall. Okay. And then Friday, 9 a.m. PST, we have Pix office hours for graphic design. So you want to have Pick look at your slide decks. You want to have Pick come look at your new graphics. You want to put a new infographic up. You want to know how best to be able to use AI in regards to designing some graphics and how to play with that. Come and ask Pick those questions from 9 to 10 a.m. PST on Friday, February the 6th. And then I may be going live at 10 on Friday. Jennifer and I have been wanting to do like a first Friday situation with you all. I'm unsure if we're going to do it this Friday or we're going to wait until March. So keep a little tab. You may see us here live again on Friday for our kind of first Friday's conversation. We'll see. If we end up doing it tomorrow or Friday, keep an eye on my Instagram little nodule. I'll let the people know. Or if your business cousins and squad, keep an eye on the calendar because we'll let you know as soon as we know for sure if we are doing that. And then we're going to round out our town hall series with operations and finance, the two big buckets that hold everything else together. We're going to be gathered 4 to 6 p.m. PST on Friday, February 6th to knock that out. So that is our week. Coming back in before I see you next Monday, Micah's got co-working going on from 10 to 12 with Merkaba Tech on Monday the 9th. And Jennifer's got her weekly Come Home to Your Body session every single Monday. We've moved from noon to 1 p.m. PST. Y'all, these Come Home to Your Body sessions, I cannot tell you enough how much I enjoy them. I am always learning from Ilona and our human design people that every single decision that you make as a CEO or as a person is made in the body. It is not made in the mind. The mind is meant to help you process the decisions that the body wants you to tell. Your intuition lives in your body. So making time every week at the beginning of your week to come home to your body, your decision-making center, to be in relationship with your body through a movement practice is gold for clarity in this fire season, is gold for grounding your leadership and your decision making every single week. Jennifer so generously takes us through such a really low stakes, easy yes exercise every Monday, 1 p.m. PST. Highly suggest that you be there. I don't see enough people in there. I be in there and I'll be like, where is everybody else? Because the complaining that they be doing to me about not having no clarity, but the fact that they missing this session is crazy. So be in that session. Again, Business Cousins or Squad, these things are complimentary as a part of your membership. If you're interested in being in Business Cousins or Squad, you're like, what is this lady talking about? I'm trying to be a business cousin. Mention here in the chat on YouTube and I will reach out to you and let you know what's going on with Business Cousins and see if this is a community that you feel like you want to fall into. But either way, come to these Come Home to Your Body sessions. Again, you want to test it out, shoot me a little comment that you may be interested in testing it out, and I may reach back out to you with a little blessing. I have little gifted tickets here and there and around the square. The gorgeous thing about being head cousin is I can give stuff away. So let me know if these things are something that you would want. We create these resources to be used. It would be my honor to make sure that they are. So Thank y'all so much. Happy first YouTube Live. Happy first week of February. This is going to be a Can't Stop, Won't Stop month. I'll be back later on this month to talk about eclipses and eclipsing and how to harness eclipse magic into your business and into yourself and your personal leadership. I have a feeling that's on the docket this month to talk about. Every single Tuesday, I come with a topic that I think will forward my contribution-centered leaders that I want them to be thinking about every week. So next week should be no different. You should see me somewhere around 10 a.m. PST. I figured I would keep 10-10 because we're going to be in a 10-10-10 year. I'm like, let me 10 it up. Be 10-10 in the 10 year. Have a wonderful week, good people. Please take extra good care of yourself. Oh, thank you, Cashier. You found us. Okay, well, how do I get to the chat? I see a chat. Yes, I found a chat. Okay, the fact that it took you a cool minute to find this YouTube page tells me I probably should be a little bit clearer about putting it in my Linktree bio on Instagram. So I'll make sure that it's really extra clear. Thank you for that feedback. And thanks for joining me live. So excited about us moving over here to YouTube. We'll still be kind of doing 20 minutes of Insta and the rest on YouTube. Probably until the equinox, and then be really fully moved on over. So very, very excited about this time. Very excited about this year. Wishing you nothing but love and ease and blessings this week. Whether you're coming to be with us or whether you're doing it on your own, please listen to these Oshimari Learning panel podcasts, State of 2026. They are gold in regards to the themes that I want all of you all to be chewing on, because I want us to be so ready to run with this fire horse year, but I also want us to be so nourished and so cared for that we leave this end of this year feeling like we rose and not like we got burned up to a little crisp, okay? Thank you again, Kashi. I'm good. I'm glad that you enjoyed them. I have a feeling we'll be doing more. They were that damn good that I want to make more of them. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful week. I love you. I love you. I love you. If no one told you they love you today, man, oh man, do I mean it. Take that love with you and give it to somebody who likely could use a little more of it. All right. I will see you all next time. Loving you. Happy Tuesday. All right.